Hi, everyone. Today, I want to talk to you about wealth consciousness and money mindset that's kind of creating that's tied to it. And why would this be important to you? Well, because everything in this life is exchange between people, right? Everything in the world is sort of, people are selling and buying things, and you, whatever you eat, you live in a home, you have utilities, you have water, things like that. Everything is created. There's this value, product or service, and then there's money exchange following that, right? And if you want to change your life and increase your lifestyle, or just change, meaning, maybe you want to start a business and there needs to be certain activities that you are following, and maybe you need to hire people and you need to hire maybe agencies for marketing or things like that. There will be more and more exchange of money, right? So imagine that now you have a business and you want to invest. It means that there will be time invested, energy invested, and money invested. Money doesn't always need to be invested, but often it does need to be invested, right? And if not directly, then as a if I don't do this and here I don't make money, then I invest this as a time. So overall, think of it as energy that you're investing, whether it's money or time. And by the way, I'm going to also talk about time like that in some time. So please keep watching those updates. But when it comes to your growth, when you want to really grow and create more and more, and you have a worthy goal and you have a worthy why, and I do imagine that you do have a why that is pulling you, whether sometimes it's only for you, I just don't want to be going back to corporate, or I want to create more money, or I want to just pay my bills because it's been hard and maybe the cash flow has been there, or maybe I really want to grow and also now I have these employees I have to pay, so I need to have the investment, I need to have the employees. Maybe sometimes just I need to do something more, because if I don't, then there is not enough, because the clients are paying us less, or the vendors are raising their prices, so we need to find a way, right? So in a way, there is like a why you need to grow your business, right? Or if you don't grow, honestly, you're gonna die, right? Some people don't think it this way. Well, check stories of Kodak or Blockbuster. No innovation, eventually it's gonna get you, right? Because the world will change and you're just gonna be caught off guard and it's gonna be too late, right? So it's very important to realize that money and growth are very much aligned, right? It doesn't just happen that you're gonna grow without any money investment or money talk, okay? And I know you can think like, yeah, obviously it's normal. Yes, stay with me there, because it's about also your own money, right? Like if you want to grow and become a person that makes more money, you have to elevate yourself. You have to grow in your consciousness to be able to attract more money. Because it could be that you grow the company, you grow for the employees, and your belief system is like, if I can have this goal and purpose, then the money will come and I will be able to sell, or my sales people will sell. But then you may be like, but I don't really deserve this money, so I'm not gonna do much with the money. Maybe I'll buy a nice car because that means more money for whatever from my clients, because they will like my car, or maybe my ego likes it because I'll have this nice date, or people respect me. But when you really feel about the money will be there to give me like pleasure, of maybe going for vacation and flying in business and going maybe just being able to take vacation time off and have the money and have that security and that freedom, and there's always that exchange, right? But like if I don't feel like I can deserve it, I'm not going to allow it, so I'm not going to create it, and there will be more problems happening. And this is why I always work with my clients around the wealth consciousness and money mindset, because frankly, whether you're rich or or poor, if you don't sort of have enough money, if you don't feel abundance around money and you don't feel like you deserve money and money will always come, you will either be afraid you'll never get there, or you will be afraid that you will lose it. And you will be afraid that you won't get more. And then what if, right, you lose it? So there's always this stress connected to it, unless you take charge of the money mindset and you start really shifting your beliefs around money and about you in relation to money. That's even more important. So so just wanted to ask you a few questions. How do you feel when you talk about money? What are overall the feelings when you think of money? What are the feelings when you think of the money from your childhood? How was it? Was it great and abundant, or was there not enough? For me, I was born in communist Poland. There was not enough money and not enough anything because, frankly, I had to share a banana with my brother, and it was the most stressful moment because I didn't want to lose and for him to have a bigger part than me. And I remember, stories where my mom would take me across the whole city, and we would take few means of transportation to get somewhere to potentially buy shoes for me. Like, those are the stories I lived through, right? So there was a lot of not enoughness in terms of money, and that had impact on me when I was working, for example, for corporates. And my boss would say, "This is how much I will pay you." And I said, "Okay," and in my head, I was like, why is that? Like, I think like this is what it should be paid, right? Like, this job, like, I'm doing pretty good job, right? But there was this like shame, just be grateful, don't, just be happy that you don't get fired. But in a way, there's always this conflict, but I do believe that I add more value than that. Like, there's so much value I add. I always work, I deliver all the everything, and because they think I don't have something that they don't tell, by the way, like I cannot make more money, right? So I remember, like, I was always scared of asking for a raise. I was so like insecure about it and so uncertain about it that it created my reality. I wasn't making that much money in the past, in my beginnings. So I really want you to know that the amount of money you bring is tied really to what you think about it. It's not about what other people think about it. It's what you think about you and what you think about the value that you add, and how certain can you be around it, and how strong can you be around it. And if this is something that interests you, I would really love to help you out with this topic, whether it's this topic alone or this topic as a part of a bigger transformation. You may want to check out the mastermind that I'm running, and it's a wonderful place to start. And just DM me if you have any questions. You can always find a link to book a call. That is a quick consultation where I answer your questions. I'm not going to sell to you. I'm not going to convince you. I do trust that you know what you are ready for. And so yeah, so there is no, like, you don't have to be scared that I'm going to use techniques to sell into you and you will be running around like a crazy inferior or whatever. So that's not gonna happen. So yeah, if you're curious, book a call or DM me. And in the meantime, just contemplate for yourself, what does it mean for you to have money, to be rich? What thoughts come up? Are there thoughts of judgment, or like, no, I don't need, I'm better than that. And by the way, I had those thoughts a few years ago, so judgmental about money and so like repelling it at the same time. So I want to leave you with that. Thank you for listening, and see you next time. Bye for now.